This time, let me tell you the pros and cons of the Infinix GT 20 Pro in case you are considering buying it. So as always, let me tell you not to buy the Infinix GT 20 Pro without watching this video. We consider its launch price, which has been 8,999 pesos. Let's start by telling you what I like the most. The rear design really stands out due to the incorporation of what the manufacturer calls as mecha loop, which in a nutshell we could say is RGB for more FPS. And yes, it is a device dedicated to gamers, so it could not miss this attraction. But in fact, in addition to the light, it already has a very nice design for gamers. It also arrives with a 144Hz display, which is definitely another aspect that catches the attention of gamers who obviously want the maximum refresh rate so that all movements look smooth. Here you can enjoy it. The vibration motor is on the X-axis with intensity adjustment and even supports D-vibration for Free Fire. In general, always having a vibration motor on the X-axis is a very positive thing because it provides a more premium sensation when holding it, like when playing a game or when you are managing other features on the device. In the price range is something more or less usual, but here I like that it even has intensity adjustment and additional details as a demonstration of its power. This device can record up to 4K at 60 frames per second. This is simply brutal for a device that actually competes in the mid-range. As I mentioned earlier, this is a demonstration showcasing the full extent of the power it possesses. This device is primarily designed with gamers in mind, aiming to enhance the experience significantly. However, it also capitalizes on the robust capabilities of its processor, allowing users to enjoy high-quality video recording. This combination of features makes it not only a gaming device but also a versatile tool for various multimedia applications, providing an exceptional user experience. In fact, considering the price, the backlight video recording provided me with quite positive results. Typically, in this price range, devices tend to overexpose the background, but this one records with much better quality, especially in terms of balancing light and shadow. The software includes a somewhat overwhelming variety of options. There are numerous additional features when compared to other devices. When it comes to security, you'll find a wide range of additional options available. It's not just the basics. For instance, you have features like an anti-theft alert. However, this could sometimes make the software seem a bit redundant or present options that might confuse you. But if you're the type of user who loves to explore every detail of your phone, you'll discover numerous sections to delve into, ensuring you never find yourself bored at any moment. The 5000 mAh battery it comes with is well optimized. In my background drain test, it reached 7 hours with 44 minutes, beating many that have even bigger batteries. So don't always go by the number alone. Here I think the battery can give you a good experience, at least in this type of scenario where maybe you have a lot of apps running in the background and you're watching videos. Obviously, if you're planning to play games at very high quality, you should expect the battery to drain much faster, but that's quite natural. Now, having 12 GB of LPDDR4X RAM is really impressive. For those who might not know, RAM memory isn't just measured by its capacity, which is already excellent at 12 GB physical. At this price point, it's something quite rare. It's also about the speed, and in this category, the usual approach is to include LPDDR4X, which is the best case scenario. But let's take a closer look and see. The latest generation in this category provides us with exceptionally high speed, which is excellent because it ensures a lot of fluidity in gaming experiences. You will definitely notice the presence of this incredibly fast RAM. It also comes with the MediaTek Dimensity 8200 Ultimate. This processor is capable of giving a very high performance, obviously not only in applications but especially in games. For games it performs very well and also has good software options so you can enjoy various things like mapping buttons among many other things. The truth is very complete in the experience of gamers. That is why it is usually one of the most interesting options. It lets you interpolate FPS up to 120 in unsupported games, offering a smoother feel even if not natively supported. Truth is, we're dealing with a very attractive device so far. But now, let me take a moment to explain what I didn't like. First and foremost, the distribution is limited to the free market only. So if you're a user who isn't very confident in purchasing online, you'll encounter a significant obstacle there. Additionally, it lacks Gorilla Glass, which would provide a bit more assurance in terms of the screen's durability. I don't mean to say it's extremely fragile or that it'll break with the first fall, but having Gorilla Glass would be preferable for added protection. It doesn't have a headphone jack, and this is something that will significantly affect gamers. To play without latency, you'll need wired headphones. In this case, they must be USB-C headphones or require an adapter. However, using an adapter means you lose the ability to charge the device while playing. This situation complicates things quite a bit due to the absence of a headphone jack. I believe including a headphone jack would have been a crucial addition for a device aiming to attract gamers. The selfies produced by the front camera are quite basic. It's evident that this device doesn't prioritize selfies. While they're not terrible, There are other devices in this category offering superior front camera quality. For example, when taking portrait photos with the front camera, it struggles to detect objects and lacks an ultra-wide camera. Thus, it's clear that overall photography is not the main focus of this device, and it takes a back seat. In fact, night photography is a bit of a letdown. You can immediately see that its main focus is gaming. Another drawback is that it does not have an ecosystem that supports it. That is, you will not be able to find your watch that has an advanced interaction. This cell phone or your headphones that also have exclusive functions with this cell phone. In general, interaction with other products should be with Google's own technologies or with third-party applications. The virtual proximity sensor might cause issues when enabling. During calls or similar activities, the device's temperature can rise significantly. However, this largely depends on the quality setting you select during playback. If you opt for the highest setting, it can indeed provide you with a notably high performance. However, this can lead to overheating. To prevent overheating, you might want to choose a slightly reduced graphics setting in your games. By doing this, you effectively address the problem. Nevertheless, it's truly one of the top devices available for purchase, especially if you prioritize this feature in games. If you've already purchased it, please share your thoughts in the comments below.